Chapter 2. We see our MC sitting at his desk as he thinks that after the seat change, he got surrounded by beautiful girls, and this sucks. The other guys look at him and say that they are jealous of his seat. They continue and ask, why that otaku? He's only into 2D stuff, isn't he? The MC can hear the guys talk and gets a little bothered by it. He looks at his novel. In another world, I sucked the boobs of S-rank beauties and absorbed their cheat skills, and thinks that he should just focus on the novel. As he's reading, suddenly he sees some girl's legs and gets shy. He sees that it's Yuria staring at him. Seeing her stare at him surprises him and makes him question what she's doing. Suddenly, she side-eyes him and says, I remembered it, with a scary tone and look on her face. As she says this, she sits in her seat, which is next to the MC. Hearing her say this scares the MC as he thinks, what's that supposed to mean, Yankee gal? Now, Eri comes, and as she's sitting down on her seat, Yuria greets her, and she greets Yuria back. Eri looks at the MC, and they both make eye contact. Eri suddenly winks and smiles at him. Seeing her wink and smile makes the MC blush real hard as he thinks, doesn't this make us look like we're secretly dating? He puts his head down and covers it as he wonders what did that wink actually mean. As he's thinking this, Yuria asks Eri why did she wink? Eri smiles and replies that she did it for no reason. Now in the lunch break, we see Eri with a big bowl of what I presume is katsu curry. With a big smile on her face, she begins to dig into the food. We see the MC sitting across her as he eats only a rice ball. As Eri eats the katsu curry with great joy, she thanks him for treating her and apologizes for picking something kind of expensive. He replies and tells her that it's fine, and it's just to thank her for yesterday. She turns around and asks him, don't you think people are staring at us? The MC looks troubled as he knows that all the guys are jealous of him and thinks that they can't blame them. As she digs in for another bite, she says his name and asks him if he was talking with Yuria this morning, and they said it's rare to see Yuria talking with a guy. He remembers it and tells Eri that Yuria said, I remembered it, and that's all. Eri gets curious and asks him what did she mean by I remembered it anyway? He looks just as clueless as her as he replies and says, that's what I want to know. Feels like a pretty high bar for me. Eri tells him, how about if she asks Yuria for him? The MC hears this and replies, that wouldn't be any fun, now would it? Eri smiles and tells him that she'll tell him Yuria's secret hangout, so why not go ask her directly? And names the plan, Operation Get Close to Yuria. Hearing this takes him by surprise. She continues and says, you want to know what she meant this morning, right? Eri talked with him yesterday and thought she wants to be friends. Since they ended up with seats close together, they should try to get along. Hearing this makes him see her in a better light. He tells her that maybe it's better if she acts as the mediator. She replies and tells him that's boring, so she won't do it. As she says this, he thinks that she's a little devil. Now we see the MC at an arcade center. As he stands among the many claw machines, he says, so this is Ichinose's secret spot, and wonders if she's a gal, maybe she'll be at the photo booth area. He tries looking around and sees that she's not there. He hears someone playing a claw game. As he sees this, he gets surprised. He sees this person playing the game. He looks at their nails, their chest, and their thighs as they struggle to win in the claw game. After seeing all their assets, he is surprised that it's Yuria. He sees that she's in trouble as she says that this isn't going well at all. He sees her and thinks that she's really struggling with this, and on top of that, she's going after an erotic bishoujo anime figure. He can't believe that. He thinks that she might be going for this figure because she might want to resell this. As he's looking at her, we see Yuria looking around to find some change for the claw game. As she's looking around, she sees the MC. They both make eye contact and get surprised. She gets scared as she asks him if he's trying to get dirt on her. Seeing her react like this reminds him of how Eri also reacted the same way at first. As Yuria is scared, her voice trembles as she asks him if he's trying to expose that she was after a figure and ruin her. He screams and tells her that's not it at all. He awkwardly lies to her that he also came here to try and win the figure which she was trying to get. Hearing him say this confuses her. She suddenly gets very excited as she thinks that she found herself a comrade. The MC asks her why was she trying to get the figure and if she was planning to give it to someone. Being unable to answer this, she stands there silent and awkward as she fidgets with her hair. The MC continues and asks her if her goal was to resell it or something. Hearing him say this pisses her off. She suddenly grabs his shirt and screams at him to not lump her in with those sleaze bags. She was trying to win it herself so she wouldn't give in to resellers, and once again tells him to not lump her in with scummy resellers like them as she looks furious. Seeing her react so strongly scares the MC. He wonders if the trigger word for all this was resale. He starts looking around to see how to get out of this situation. As he's looking around, she screams at him and asks if he's even listening to her. Suddenly, he puts a coin in the claw machine and asks her if she can let go of his hand as he needs to focus now. Seeing him suddenly do this surprises her. He acts cool as he says that he's trained solely to win Bishujo figures, and claw machines aren't so easy that they can win in one shot. He starts controlling the claw as he thinks that claw machines are meant to be won with a gentle touch. As he's playing the game, we see Yuria in the back stand there with an excited yet anxious expression. He puts in another coin and finally wins the figure. She can't believe that he won the figure and tells him that he's seriously amazing. Seeing her smile like this makes him smile too. He takes the figure and gives it to her as he blushes. She looks at the figure with great joy. Suddenly she looks concerned and asks him if he's sure and that he's the one who won it. He replies and tells her that he was only able to win this because she worked so hard on the machine, so this belongs to her. Hearing him say this surprises her. She blushes and slowly says, "You're the one." She continues as she's still embarrassed and asks him if he's not going to make fun of her. A high school girl like her is into erotic anime. She looks a bit sad as she says, "No matter how you look at it, it's weird, right?" He replies and says, "Sure, I was surprised you liked an erotic anime where breast milk shoots out." She gets surprised by hearing him say this. He continues and tells her that he doesn't think there's anything wrong with proudly saying she loves what she loves. Hearing him say this pleasantly surprises her. He continues and tells her that he doesn't even use a cover for his light novels anymore, because he's not ashamed of what he loves. That's what it means to be an otaku. With a smile on his face, he tells her that he doesn't think there's anything wrong with hiding her hobbies, but if she loves something, he thinks that she shouldn't be the one putting it down herself. He looks at her blushing and suddenly realizes what he said, and gets embarrassed as he thinks, what the hell was he saying, and that he's the bottom of the barrel. He tries to change the mood and asks her how about they both forget everything that happened today. She immediately replies and tells him that she doesn't want to because she's an otaku too. Hearing her say that she's an otaku too surprises the MC as he internally screams, "You're an otaku?" As he's surprised, he asks her if she's been a closeted otaku this whole time. She replies and tells him that it's not like she was trying to hide it or anything, but it's just kind of hard to be about this hobby in front of Eri and Rui. She looks a bit sad as she continues and says that just because she likes anime, losing close friends over that, she's just tired of it, and that's why she keeps it hidden. As she says this, she sees a group of girls in the arcade as they have fun. As she looks at them, she looks a bit sad and pained. The MC looks at her sad expression and apologizes to her for asking something out of line. She asks, "Your name was Izumiya, right?" He replies and says, "Yeah," as he thinks in his head, "You didn't remember?" She suddenly puts her hands on his chest as she pleads and tells him to not tell anyone that she's an otaku, especially not Irie or Rui. Seeing her so up close and being all touchy makes him blush and turn away from her as he tells her that he doesn't plan on telling anyone. Hearing him say this makes her happy as she says, "Really?" She rummages through her bag as she tells him that she's relieved, and this means that she doesn't have to hide it from him. She pulls out the novel, In Another World, I Sucked the Boobs of S-Rank Beauties and Absorbed Their Cheat Skills, and tells him that she bought it too with a big grin on her face. The MC recalls what happened in the morning and thinks that when she said "I remembered," she actually meant the book's title. With a very happy look on her face, she tells him to give his lime and that she's decided that he's going to be her partner for Otaku Talk and demands the lime right away. Hearing this surprises him as he tells her that this is way too sudden. She continues and tells him that if he won't go along with her, she'll tell everyone that he's been eyeing her thighs lewdly, and she'll expose him to everyone. Hearing this makes him embarrassed and scared, as he now knows that she already knew that he was eyeing her thighs. With a cheeky smile on her face, she gets close to him and tells him that he'll keep her secret, and she'll keep his. As she gets his lime, she gets a big grin on her face. She bends down and tells him that from now on, that's the kind of relationship they have. As he holds his phone and gets her lime, he blushes and thinks that just like that, he became friends with Yuria. Now we see them walk together as she asks him if Oppai Sui runs on the web too, and the follower count is insane. He replies and says, "Yeah," as he thinks that he ended up forming a slightly different kind of relationship than he had with Eri, with Yuria the top-ranking Gyaru in their class. At night, we see the MC laying on his bed as he says, "Still, who would have thought Yuria was an otaku?" As he thinks this, he gets a notification. He checks his phone and sees that it's Airi asking him if he asked Yuria about this morning. He looks at her text and thinks that he'll just cover up Yuria's secret. She replies and tells him that it's probably nothing big and tells him to forget it. She continues and tells him that since she told him about Yuria, she kinda wants to drink the new frappe from Staba as thanks. As he thinks that she got a taste with the katsu curry, he texts her that if it's next week, he's okay with it. Suddenly, he gets another text and sees that it's from Yuria. He sees that she is thanking him for today, and as thanks for the figure, she wants to treat him to a movie, and if he doesn't want to do the movies, they can do something else. Seeing this invitation shocks him. He screams and tells himself, like, I'm not going to go to that. He thinks about going to get the new frappe with Eri and a movie with Yuria. He starts blushing with excitement as he thinks he can't believe that something like this is happening in the life of a forever gloomy guy like him. He marks the dates on the calendar and says that this is what they call a riaju. After fixing the dates, he lays on his bed with a grin and says that this is all thanks to the seat change too. In other words, thanks to Rui. He starts questioning if it was deliberate or just a coincidence. If it was intentional, then why would someone like him, a gloomy nobody, get placed in the prime seat? He wonders if she had some kind of grudge against him or something. He recalls that they went to the same middle school, but they never even talked. He thinks that no way someone like her would even notice a spec like him. He convinces himself that it was just a coincidence as he closes his eyes. Now, at a different place, we see someone tapping the picture of the MC on their phone. We see that it's Rui. She looks at the photo and giggles to herself. And this is how this chapter ends. Hope you all enjoyed. Please like, share, and subscribe, and leave a comment. Thank you,